Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Eddie Marcus, and I'm back because I left a post a little earlier entitled Believing in Fake and Real. And I began speaking about everybody got some higher power that they believe in. I call mine God. They might have a different name for theirs. And I also mentioned about a belief in being a Mason, a Masonic. And I indicated that at that time that I thought it was as close as you can get to God. And then I began to go and talking about some other things. And since I didn't come back to what I had mentioned about a Mason, I left the impression that I might still think that being a Mason is as close as you can get to God. But I wanted to bring this little post and add to that. I'm not editing it because I don't have that equipment, but I hope maybe you'll refer to it. Now, I talked about fraternal organizations. I talked about my buddy and I and why he pledged and I didn't. I talked about a couple other things, but I want you to know also, when I was talking about believing in fake, it was real, being a Mason. Now, let me give you some example when I talk about, is it fake or is it real? Based upon the discussion that I was having. Well, this is what is determined. I'm not going to try to go back and wave through people who are Masons, what they have said, things that have been done. I'm not going to go through that. I'm going to go through a simple matter, and this is it. When I had considered becoming a Mason, and I thought it was the closest thing as you can get to God, I knew I wasn't worthy. I knew the kind of person I was at that time. There was no way, being a Mason, no way they would accept me. So my plan was to go head on, and I was very young, in my 20s, so I was going to go head on and act a fool like young people do. That, and when I say act a fool, I mean doing things that might not even be in your benefit, but you're doing it just because that's what you do, by habit or whatever. And so I wanted to get all those habitual things out of my way. And then after I'd done that, then maybe I want to get closer to God. Like people wait till they get old about to die, and then they want to get close to God. I didn't want to wait that long, but I wanted to go out and do a few more things that the Bible says you shouldn't be doing. And so, my partner and I, the one that I was mentioning, he and I both had made this agreement. We were going to do this thing, and we were going to do it together. And so one day he came to me. I don't know exactly what was going on at this moment right now in time, but he came and he said, "Man, I'm being considered, man. I went in and I went through the process, the initiation, and I'm being considered for a Mason." Here again, he stepped out before I did. And he didn't even say I'm going to go do it. He just went and did it, and he came back and told me that he'd done it, which was fine with me. But what it did was this. My partner and I, we were real good partners because we were two peas in the same pot. We were two peas in the same pot. And so when he came to me and said, I'm being accepted, I'm being considered to be accepted, then right away, I lost all interest. Because then I knew that being a Mason was just as fake as anything else that I called fake. Because if it were real, there would be no way in the world they would let either one of us in. But they had accepted him, so I knew that what I thought it wasn't. So I lost all interest in that as being something closer to God. And since that time, my eyes have been opened much, much wider. And I'm glad to say that I'm not a part of any organization that goes along with the things that's happening in this society today. And even just to end this little note, is that I accept the fact that I have to stand alone here in the United States of America if I am the only person that have a vision and compassion that addresses the concerns of every individual, not just in America, but on earth. That those inalienable rights, those things that are essentially necessary for them in order for any people to survive, being an inalienable right, and no human being on the face of the earth got any right or duty to try to take away from these people, any people, their inalienable rights. Neither Does anyone have the right to accept it? Well, you got the right to give them up if you want to. But it's only because you go along with it that makes it complete. So here again, I just wanted to say to you, ladies and gentlemen, no, I didn't mean that. I still believe that Mason is as close as you can get to God. No, I believe that it is as fake as everything else is in society. And why do I say everything else is in society? Because if it's not fake, it would be trying to repair itself, and it is not. So it is fake. But that don't mean you got to be fake. I said you don't have to be fake. I didn't say you weren't fake. I said you don't have to be. Until next time, this is Eddie Marcus saying goodbye.